Who is that? One for...
That's Pirapong, UB150 for team One for All.
Is he able to get going from the side of the grid? His heart will be beating very, very fast at the moment. But he's made hit the start on the formation lap. Let's have a look. Faris Putra Fadil, Cardinals Factory Racing. He's on pole position alongside Akid Aziz. Husni Zainul Fauzi from Yamaha Elephant Racing on P3.
And on row 2 we've got Dimas Juliet Moko for team One for All, Pirapong's teammate. Next to him the brilliant Aditya Fauzi for Racetech 60, and outside of him the Yamaha Elephant 969 is Murabul Bitoni.
One of the wildcards, Aldiaz Axel for Yamaha Yamalube team alongside Ricky Ibrahim, who's replacement rider today, a good man. And then Rekat Yusuf Fadila, another Indonesian on row 3.
Kwame Bassam starts 10th after technical problems in Super Bowl. Next to him Gupita Krishna, and outside of him Hafid Pradamitya Nusandi for Racetech 60.
Row 5 is Waiwaji Chilaksana, Racetech 60 racing team. We saw him have a spectacular accident in Motegi last week. Rizal Fariadi, a wild card for Merak Racetech, and Ahmed Afif Anran for Pitspike One-Way JRT Tech Racing.
On row 6, in 16th place, we've got Shafiq Rosli for Uma Racing Malaysia. Outside of him, Alif Daniel Asri for Uma Racing Philippines, and Cardinals Factory Racing Team, Ahmed Fazrul Sham.
Row 7, John Emerson Ingito, the fastest of the Filipinos on the Yamaha, alongside Pirapong Luboympeng, hopefully, for Team One for All in P20. Giancarlo Maurizio for Uma Racing Philippines in place 21.
Starting 22nd is Sharat Shauki for GG Galak Galak ex-GDT Racing Team. Next to him Hafiz Fazrul Raziadan for SCK, and Masato Fernando outside of him.
And Kiki Sudarman for JPNW Racetech Racing Team, local wildcard. He completes the 25 starters on this relatively new race circuit. It's a challenging one for the underbone racers. Again, it's a long, long wait for them. It's a good, clean start. Up at the front, Akid Aziz is just trailing in the wake of Faris Putra Fadil. And Faris Putra, as you say, is a teenager with a vast amount of talent. He was fast in qualification, and he got off to a solid start there. But he's just going to be eased out by Akid Aziz and Husni Zainal on the first corner.
Yeah, I think that was Dimas Juli who came through and just out-dragged him into turn 1 on the number 202. But Akid Aziz, as we would expect, up there and threatening. Long way to go.
You can't win the race on the first corner, but it can give you one or two difficulties if you don't get it right. Everybody is safely through into this deceptively windy part of the circuit. As you can see, it's very open, but the circuit it twists and turns up to the corners, and one or two have got their geography just a little bit wrong there.
Yeah, one of them was the poleman, Fares Murabil, coming through onto the back of Akid Aziz.
They come round the Indian Oil corner, and then around the fabulous viewing place that you can be seen here at Mandalika. The main grandstand is closed for repair work, so spectators are mainly around the turns 16 and 17, and they'll get a great view, particularly in underbones, because that promises to be a really, really close battle. However, it's just looking a little bit strung out at the moment, which we're not used to in underbones.
Yeah, and a lot of order changes in the last few corners. Faris Putra down in 6th.
16, 17 as they come into the home straight. And as they come over the start-finish line, Husni Zainul from Rekat Yusuf and Murabul Bitoni makes it a 1-2-3 for Indonesia.
Husni's been really good this weekend. There's a good shot there of Akid Aziz, second in the championship, with the championship leader absent with injury.
We're on board there with Aditya Fauzi, and that's going to be a lot of fun to see. He's the man in the lead If we look back, you can see there that Faris Putra Fadil has recovered. The man from Cardinals Racing in the sky blue.
Yeah, 2 teenagers at the front as it stands, and it won't stand for very long.
It stood for less than your cent.
And it was a short one. No conjunctions in that one.
Wow. This is what Underbone does for you. There's 2 groups forming though. And in those two groups, you've got less than 1 second separating one from 11. Less than half a second separating the next 5.
Yeah, nice move there from Aditya Fauzi. Just glided up inside 3 other riders.
Dimas Julian Moko, 202, he goes through, and there is Peter Krejna. Peter on the Evo Yamaha Philippines team, won the first race in Motegi.
Yeah, Husley going well, as he has all weekend. Great to see some of these brilliant wildcards. At the front at the moment, or for that moment, was Aldiaz Axel together with Husni. He came through qualifying 1 this morning, so they've done things the hard way.
That's the tight turn 16. Then you've got to try to get yourself in position to take it a nice line through 17 to sprint towards the start finish line. There'll be an awful lot of rehearsals as they come through at the end of the second of the 8 laps, and it is Aldiaz Axel, bike 69, that leads the way from Dimas Juli, Murabil, Aditya Fauzi. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 for Indonesia. They are trying to make this Mandalika circuit very much their own. Oh, there's Aditya right behind him. There's 127, Ricky Ibrahim.
Yeah, Aditya, of course, with Race Tech 60. The wildcard teammate is Hafid Pradamatya. He's moving up in that group too. Just wondering where the team boss is.
Yeah, easy to pick them out in the lime green. But still leading the way. Oh, that's Fadil makes a move down the inside. Gosh, it's chaotic, isn't it, as they weave their way 2 and 3 abreast. You've got to have eyes on your back in the head, particularly in a field this big. Look how that, it's 4, 5 abreast as they come into this sharp right-hand corner.
Yeah, Murabil takes another turn at the front.
And leading the way at the moment is Murabil Bitoni, bike 157. We so often expect Murabil to produce good results. He's not been able to really so far this season. Just 1 podium finish so often in the leading group, Murabil Bitoni. And here he is there once again alongside the youngster Faris Putra.
Yeah, we look back there at the bike of Hafiz Farrell, I beg his pardon.
This is the corner that's going to sort out the men from the boys. Really got to get your line right. Look at that, 2 or 3 have forced to stand up, and that just forces you wide. If you're forced wide on turn 16, Barry Russell, you're lost coming into the final corner.
Yeah, we saw that very clearly in the previous race, TBS. Alif Daniel coming through, the Malaysian.
Bobby Bassam making his first move as well, bike 222. Expecting Farmy to do great things for the Yamaha LFN Indonesia team. 1 win so far this season, 1 P4.
Yeah, his bike broke down in Superpole, which left him starting from 10th, but that doesn't really matter at this stage of the race.
Where's Akid Aziz? He's the man we've been really looking for. He's getting himself out of any real danger at the moment, but he's a long way down. Actually, he's a long way down. It's 2.5 seconds down, which puts him in the second group of riders. Oh, there he is, right at the back there. Him and Ahmed Afif Amram.
Hand up in apology from Aditya Fauzi. He took a shortcut and in a very mature fashion came back to the back of that group.
Fadil is forced to slam on the brakes. They were 5 abreast coming into that. It is amazing. It's like when you go through the tolls on the motorways and you go from 10 tolls into a couple of lanes, except you're doing it at what, 150 kilometers an hour.
That's it, and you know what? Pirapong has made his way up after those start line troubles. He's right up there as well.
in last season's contest at this Underbone 150cc. 1,000th of a second, possibly even less than that, separated first from second at the end of 8 laps. I suspect we're going to get something equally thrilling here.
Yeah, Shafiq Rosley coming up, teammate of Nazarul for UMA Racing. Haven't seen too much of him either yesterday or today so far, but he's coming up closer to the front now.
Again though, it's Al Diaz, bike number 69, who has got himself towards the front there, and there is Pirapong Luboimpeng, another of the wildcards, bike number 70, Sinan Shafi, who we weren't really expecting to be bothering the race leaders, but there he is in the purple and black.
Yeah, he started at the back.
That's a cool racing suit.
Yeah, very distinctive, which we're always grateful for, especially in underbones.
Yeah, they are. And he's got himself nicely tucked into P3 there. The easier to see lime green there. Is that Aditya Fauzi in the middle of that group? As he goes past them, the gold and black of Akid Aziz and Ahmad Afif Amran still just biding their time towards the back of that pack.
I tell you what, Des, that is a unique shot in motorcycle racing. I don't mean the ocean so much as just this massive pack of riders.
Fantastic stuff. Once
15
again,
riders covered by 1.8 seconds. Incredible.
2.5 seconds, 1 to 21. Akid Aziz towards the back end of that. He's either playing a very, very canny game and biding his time, or he's in trouble.
Yeah, he ran wide, apologised, came back at the rear of that group, but past the halfway point now.
And it is, once again, Al Diaz Axal, one of the wild cards as they come into 16. This really is the difficult corner. You've got to sort yourself out, not be forced wide, and then get yourself very brave. Nice tight line into the start-finish line.
Yeah, if you do go wide, you better have a way through to the other side of the track before you get into turn 17.
Al Diaz leads from Rekat Yusuf from Murrayville Vitoni. John Emerson and Guido. You mentioned the UMA Racing Yamaha. They are, the UMA Racing Philippines team. They're now up into P4. Pirapong in P6. Looking down. Akid Aziz still 21. 2.5 seconds down.
Paras Putra making his way back in after starring earlier and making his way back.
Ayuaji Trilexana a long way down as well. Boss really is biding their time. Right to the back of the group there, the lime green of Wayu Aji Chelaksana.
Yeah, and right near the front of that group where he just got barged a bit and dropped back was Rekat Yusuf for SCK. Oh, and there's an engine gone there. He's trying to get off the track. That's Murrayville Vitoni, I think.
Could well be. We'll find out in a second. It is indeed Murrayville Vitoni. More problems for the Indonesian. Now, did he leave any oil on the circuit? No flags out at the moment. Aditya Fauzi, in the meantime, under pressure from Al Diaz Axel. Al Diaz has got the fastest lap time so far.
Oh, look who's coming through to the front there. It is Aditya Fauzi.
I was looking back at everybody else. Aditya Fauzi with a couple of wildcards alongside and behind him.
I think that's Al Diaz attacking him again, but Aditya's got a good line through there. Fahmi Bassam has a better one. This is such a wide track, and you really feel it when you've got these underbones.
Aditya, just captured himself. Manages to stay there. Look at that, bike number 60. Wayu Aji Chelaksana. He's made his move. Has Akid Aziz has made a move into the top 10 as well. Right then, the favourites we expected to make their move have started to. That is crazy. That is 8 abreast coming into turn number 1.
And that is Fazrul Sham taking the lead.
It is for Cardinals Racing. They've got an experienced campaign in Fazrul Sham, and they've got the youngster.
Got Shafiq behind him. Now it's time to look and see where Akid Aziz has got himself placed.
Nicely in the pack, Akid Aziz. Plenty of time to go. They were just biding their time. They weren't in trouble.
You can see the pin has been pulled now. There's an urgency in the body language. What a huge field of riders. And a huge field of quality.
It's less than 2 seconds. Even Masato Fernando down in P24. He is not out of this. Only Murabil has crashed out. Out of the 25 starters, 24 are contenders. 143 is Husni Zainal Falsi, one of the wild cards.
Yeah, Husni calmly adjusting something, his front brake, I think.
John Emerson Ngito, 22 is in there. Aditya Falsi is in there. Wayuaji Chileksana's in there. This is going to be crazy. All comes down to what position you get yourself coming into turn 16.
Good moves by Husni and by Al Diaz, who's always been there. Here comes Dimas Juliet Moko.
Dimas Juliet Moko, as you say, he's another one who hasn't got the results that his form might suggest. On board Aditya, just forced a little bit wide. This is through the start-finish line for the final time. Right then, we are on the final lap. Dimas Juliet Moko leads from Al Diaz, Aditya Fauzi, Husni, Hafiz Farrell, Razdan and Fahmi Bassam make it 1 through 6, Indonesia.
Yeah, and that was a quick shot of Nazrul looking on the championship leader. He's hoping he's going to be in 2 minutes from now.
Akid Aziz was dropped right the way down. Ahmad Afif Amran, the best of the teaming orange and black.
There's, I think that's Gubita Krishna I just spotted.
Making his way forward. He did make his way earlier.
John Emerson Ngito, I beg his pardon, the number 22. The Filipino for 4S1M.
Aditya Fauzi makes his way through. Oh, we've got our first collision. 1, 2, 3 go out. That's the danger, and a couple are in the gravel pit.
So 5 riders affected there.
Ricky Ibrahim was the new leader. Or was, and then he slides out.
2. LFN machine's gone out. That's Dimas Julie.
Dimas Juliet Moko has had no luck this season. Underbone at its finest. You've just got to hold on. You've just got to make sure you're in a position to get into the final couple of circuits. Right then, bike 13, Akid Aziz has got himself up into P3. Akid has a look on the outside. Has he timed this to perfection? It is corner number 16. Akid goes on the inside. Akid Aziz, is he able to hold on? He tries to hold on. He's got the right line. The young Malaysian Akid Aziz, who is in the form of his life, but he's gone a little bit wide. It's a race to the line. Akid will not get there. P2 for Akid. Fahmi Bassam is the man who edges it. And Fahmi jigs a delight. Ricky Ibrahim 3, Aditya Fauzi 4, Gupita Krishna 5.
That was a gritty performance, a gritty move by Fahmi Bassam. It really did look as though Akid Aziz was taking that. Fahmi Bassam didn't give up. And brilliant for the replacement rider. Here's the photo. I'm not quite sure why that's a photo.
It could be 5 and 6,
yeah.
7 and 8. But it's a second win of the season for Fahmi Bassam. And I think Akid Aziz, so often in Underbone, you don't want to be leading coming into the final couple of corners. You want to be in P4 or P5.
Yeah, he hasn't had consistent finishes, but this is his second time on the podium and the second win for the number 222 for LFN H. Putra.
For Murabil Bitoni, we saw him have engine problems. He went out again. He's great in qualification but can't finish races. Right then, this is, I believe, the official result. Fahmi Bassam has the victory. 0.073 ahead of Akid Aziz. Will be
sorry, I got the names mixed up there. Sorry, Fahmi. So we have the race winner Fahmi over here. So Fahmi, it was a fight for the championship as well for you still alive. And it's been due a good result for you. How was it out there?
Ya, saya melakukan awal balapan dengan baik. Saya di sesi-sesi awal saya mengalami engine trouble dan alhamdulillah bisa tampil terbaik di race 1 ini. Terima kasih kepada Bos Putra, semua keluarga yang selalu mendoakan, selalu mensupport, mekanik, kru. Terima kasih.
So a big quick summary of that one. It was a big thank you to the boss, and it was a tough race, but you managed to make it all the way to the front. So congratulations, Fami. We look forward to you race 2.
Ricky Ibrahim for the Yamaha LFN racing team, picking up 16 points, the wild card. And here is Akid. A nice mature interview from him post-race as well. Barry acknowledged his error.
Yeah, he did. And, well, I know what Nazarul would have been thinking, given the quality of the rider that was chasing him so hard in the championship. The rider that's had such a good turn of speed recently in the last few races. So let's see when the championship scores come up very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Indonesia.
Very proud Fahmi Bassam there, picking up his second win of the season. And that'll catapult him towards the top of the standings. Move on to 70 points as Stefan Maki Karapie, the FIM Asia president, hands out the prizes to the wildcard Ricky Ibrahim. Actually, replacement rider, I do apologise. Replacement rider of the wildcard for the LFN team. And to Akid Aziz, who is the new championship leader. This will be a popular win on the Mandalika circuit, an Indonesian winner on the Underbone 150cc. Fahmi Bassam for the Yamaha LFN team.
And now to present the team award, we'd like to invite Mr. Troy Reza Waraka, Commercial Director.
The team award is being handed out by Mr. Troy Reza Waraka, the Commercial Director of the Indonesian Tourism Development Corporation, who are the organisation behind this circuit.
And the team award for the Underbone 150 Race 1, Yamaha LFN HP 969 Indonesia Racing
Yamaha
Team.
LFN team pick up the award. That was thrilling, that race.
Two riders on the podium, two of their other riders crashed on the last lap.
Gotta love Underbone. It is unique. Confirmation. Team award to Yamaha LFN HB 969 Indonesia. Ricky Ibrahim in P3. P2, Akid Aziz, the new championship leader. And Fahmi Bassam picking up, as we said, win number 2 of the season to move him on to 70 points alongside Aditya Fauzi. There's some really, really good Indonesian talent coming through. They're under